Y'all hoes better get this tea. Listen, you cannot fake the way healthy looks. Look at my skin. Get into my weight. Get your health up. Drop down in the description box. Click the link to get your hands on this tea and this NutriBurst. It will change your life. Welcome to another episode of What in the Entire Fuck is Wrong with White People. I want to talk about this bitch with this dog in Central Park. Listen, y'all, today was a really hard day for me, right? I woke up and the internet is riddled with the man in Minneapolis who the police officer put his knee on his neck, and then it's also riddled with this woman in Central Park. And for whatever reason, the lady calling the police on the man in Central Park has got my blood boiling. Don't get me wrong, I recognize the fact that a man lost his life with the Minneapolis situation, but for whatever reason, the situation that has moved me to chorus is this bitch in Central Park, and simply because it is attitudes such as the ones that she has and indoctrination such as the way that she's been indoctrinated that leads to the police officers putting their knees on the necks like the man in Minneapolis. So let's dissect this really quickly. This man is an avid bird watcher in Central Park. Asks this woman can she put her leash on her dog, and then offers the dog a dog treat. In addition to saying that, now, you know, giving somebody else's dog a dog treat, that is a gesture of friendship. That is a gesture of love. And this bitch was so appalled by the idea that a black man was telling her what to do, that she decided that she was going to get him back. And here's the thing, right? Let's just say hypothetically that she did not or was not aware of what she was doing by calling the police, you know, in terms of he's black and the police may harm him and may kill him. Let's just say for the sake of argument that she did not know that that could be a potential repercussion. You cannot tell me that calling the police was the proportionate response to what it is that had happened. First of all, no crime had been committed other than the fact that your ego was bruised. And where is the crime in that? And see, here's the thing that gets me, right? Oftentimes, we find that it is white people who are running around trying to enforce benign rules in places that they don't own, such as pools, parks, picnic areas, so on and so forth. They do it all the time. They do it all the time. You can't put your garbage there. You can't park there. You can't. They do the shit all the time, and we always look at them with the mind your business bitch face, especially if said infraction is of no consequence to you. Here it is, we had a brother that did to a white woman what white people as a whole tend to do all the time, trying to enforce rules that they ain't even got no authority to enforce. And rightfully so, he's in a park, you got a dog, don't nobody know what your dog's gonna do. Your dog can be reactive to other dogs and run around and trip somebody running, you know what I'm saying? And you got offended, you were breaking the rules. You were breaking the law, Miss White Lady, and you had the nerve to be offended by somebody asking you to come into compliance with what's posted on the signs. I'm not understanding where you have any grounds to be offended, bothered, or mad. A simple, oh my God, thank you, or a simple, my bad, I was just going to let him run free really quickly. I know that would have sufficed. That would have sufficed. I will say this. I am really glad that this brother, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm really glad that this brother wasn't a nigga and showed his black ass on her, because this could have gone a whole nother way, and she was dealing with, unbeknownst to her, a highly educated, well-cultured, well-mannered, even-tempered black man who handled her ass. Now I'm going to tell you something what I'm really proud about, because I've said, as a result of what's going on, the conversation about racism, this shit don't belong to black people no more. It's not our conversation to have. This is white people conversation to have. What the fuck is y'all gonna do about this? This is not our problem. It really is. It's y'all sickness. It's riddled in and out and interwoven all throughout y'all's community, and some even say your DNA. This is white people shit to fix. Unfortunately, it negatively impacts people that look like me, but this is y'all problem. What are y'all gonna do about it? And I am proud of the two white people who stood up. They were her former dog walkers. They stood up, and they were the ones who revealed that bitch's name. Hats off to y'all for doing so. So subsequently, I read an article that said that we now live in the days where you cannot make any differentiation between a person's personal life and their professional life, that they are one and the same. They are interwoven. And the article went on to say she was a senior a vice president at this investment firm, and that you cannot tell me her attitudes, beliefs, and the way that she conducts herself socially and personally do not spill over into her leadership abilities and her ability to lead people and the company. And you're absolutely right. You cannot tell me that you have these attitudes and these bias towards black people and they do not spill over in your decision making and your hiring in the workplace. You can't tell me that that's something that you can turn on and off. And unfortunately for her, Miss VP, I would imagine at her level and in her career field that job opportunities there's a select pool of candidates, okay, for those types of positions, because you're so high up there. And your name now has a scarlet letter on it. Anytime somebody hear Amy Cooper up in them executive ranks, they're going to be like, no, ma'am, you are a liability. No, ma'am, Pam. My life is being ruined. Well, you know what? Your life might be ruined, but that man's life could have been ended. And here is the unfortunate thing that upset me the most, and what made me call her all kind of trash ass bitches. And this where we need Snoop Dogg to call her a dog head, dog face bitch. Because Amy Cooper is a dog face bitch. And that ain't hate, that's just a fact. What it suggests to me is Amy Cooper and every other Karen out there know exactly what the fuck they are doing. It infuriated me that her verbiage was an African American man. It wasn't just a man. It wasn't a man with a blue shirt. It wasn't all these other more pertinent details when it comes to the police officer looking for somebody in the middle of goddamn Central Park. It wasn't a man with a red shirt on with a black Samuel L. Jackson face. That would have been a more appropriate descriptor in terms of them looking for somebody in Central Park. An African American man threatening my life. Then she started to get louder and louder with the shit. You wanted this man to go to jail or reap some type of negative consequence simply because he asked you to put your leash back on your dog? That bothered you that much? That this man should now be in trouble with the law? And I'm curious to know that if this played out and if this man would have gotten arrested and subsequently had to go to court, would her ass have showed up to court, keeping this story going, saying what he did to threaten you? And you know, this brother, I definitely appreciate the brother for being even-keeled and nice and well-mannered, but he's being too damn forgiving. You know, he, in my opinion, is being too nice, talking about, you know, I don't know. And I get it. He's trying to be politically correct and trying to be rational about it. Saying, you know, I don't know if she's racist, but what she did was racist. Let me tell you something. As far as I'm concerned, bitch, you can't separate the two. You can't do racist shit without fucking being racist, bitch. That just, like, it's time that we stop adding more nuance to the already complicated, nuanced ass issues we call race in America. We're not going to add, we as African Americans are not going to add any more nuance to this that gives them any type of way out of this. The bitch was wrong. She is, let me tell you something. If as a black man, I am aware of my lot in life and where I fall on the totem pole in American society, then surely as a white woman, she understands hers and knows where she falls. She knows how America views her. Just like I'm fully aware how fuck America views me. When I walk out my door every day, you know what power you wield being a white woman. And you knew that that was a dog whistle saying, an African American man is threatening me. Anybody already knows that saying a black man versus a white woman incites a certain type of emotional response from the general public, the general white public. So much, so I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gay. I'm gay as all outdoors. And when I come home from the bar in the middle of the night, late at night, and them little young white girls be on the elevator, or them old white women be on the elevator walking their dogs, and this is shit people don't understand when it comes to racial privilege in this country. I won't get on the elevator. I won't get on the elevator. I will not get on the elevator by myself with no white woman in the middle of the night, late at night, because I don't want the appearance of any type of impropriety, threat, or she felt uncomfortable. All it's going to take is for her to say, he looked at me wrong, and he was drunk and bumped up against me, and now her husband and the lynch mob coming to get me. That whole fear of the black man is going to rape and attack the white woman, that shit has been going on since the beginning of damn time. The bitch knew exactly what it is she was doing. And I don't understand why it is that lawmakers are taking so much time getting this 911 bullshit call shit placed into law. And I read something earlier today that they said they were exploring the possibility of if somebody calls 911 falsely on somebody and it has racial undertones of making it a hate crime. That's exactly what the fuck it is. That woman was a domestic terrorist. She leveraged her race to try to bring harm against this man. She leveraged race to try and she reacted the way she did on the basis of race. Okay? That is a hate crime. That is a hate crime. It is a hate crime. And one thing I do love about what's going on social media and everything is white people y'all starting to learn it's a brand new goddamn day. People is blowing y'all asses up. You're losing your fucking jobs. You're losing your houses. And I'm going to tell you something. And y'all may not see it and you don't believe it. Minnesota, there is something unspoken that's coming. People not rolling over taking this shit no more. Okay? A whole lot of stuff about to get burnt the fuck up. A whole lot of shit about to get tore up. People is tired of playing nice with y'all ass. We are not our ancestors. People are tired of turning on the news every day and seeing this bullshit. Quiet as a cat. White people, y'all not tired. It would seem to me, and our request is simple. We don't want nothing from you. We're not trying to take nothing from you. We simply asking, stop killing us. Stop killing us. Stop killing us. Stop putting y'all knees on people's neck. All them Colin Kaepernick people who had an issue with him taking a knee, where y'all at now? Since y'all had so many issues with knees, and watch the white massive find a way to explain away everything that happened with this officer and his knee on this man's neck down in Minnesota. And that man asked him right. That man said, we need to understand, why is this man not in jail? You need to let me know what part of the training say, okay, I understand. And even if I wanted to help this white man explain this bullshit, the training say you subdue him. That's one of the tactic holes. Put your knee right there, or whatever the case may be. I damn sure know the book didn't say stay on the goddamn man for 8 minutes. Like, at some point, nothing in your mind said take your knee off that man's neck and put it on his spine, on his back, on his shoulder blade. For you to take your knee and put it on somebody's neck, then put your weight down on somebody's neck and stand there for 8 minutes. Do you know how long 8 minutes is? 8 minutes is a long time. That is a very long time. 8 minutes is a long... That shit just did not feel wrong to you. Y'all gonna have to tell me something. And the only way I can explain away what this police officer did to this man was the fact that you did not view him as human. You couldn't have. You couldn't have. I just don't understand how you could do this to somebody. You are sick. And it is attitudes like the one of Amy Cooper in Central Park and belief systems that build officers like this man. That's why it's so troubling to me. And rightfully so, Amy didn't view that brother as human. Why would you want somebody to go to jail because they asked you to comply with a law? And Amy, you one of the type. You strike me as the type of bitch that sit on the board for Central Park. These about the very rules your ass helped incorporate, and the man simply told you, put your leash on your dog. Ain't nothing wrong. You can tell by this man's demeanor, ain't nothing hostile about him. And he's threatening your life. And then now you want to cry. I want to tell you what all this social media is doing. White women, y'all going to have to find a new trick. Because this falling out, crying, and carrying on bullshit that y'all used to be doing, baby, the internet is exposing y'all ass, and people is seeing through this shit now. Them white woman tears, them shits is slowly coming to an end. Y'all ass finna have to get out here and go hard in the paint and fight for real, like everybody else out to this bitch. Because that crying and carrying on, America as a whole has gotten desensitized to y'all bullshit and these fake ass threats and these feelings of being uncomfortable. And this is a whole nother conversation I'm gonna have with an HR professional, because y'all gonna have to explain to me what this I feel uncomfortable shit means. What the fuck does that mean? And that's a whole nother conversation with them trigger words. But girl, I just want to get on here and talk to y'all real quick about this bitch from Central Park, because I figured cussing her ass the fuck out was about the only thing that was going to make me good. I had to get some of this pissed off me, because now my ass liable to go outside and slap the first bitch I see walking the damn dog that say hello to me, and I didn't want that to happen. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe. And white people, I'm going to tell you something. I don't dislike y'all. I want to live alongside you. I want to be nice, but I dislike this bullshit. And I'm telling you, to be silent is to be complicit in the bullshit. White folks, I want to live peacefully just like y'all do. I don't want nothing from y'all. Black people as a whole don't want nothing from y'all. We want the same fucking things for our children that y'all want for y'all's. That's all. Can't we all just get a damn law? But to be silent is to be complicit. White folks, this y'all problem to fix. And for y'all good white folks out there, we trying to figure out what the fuck y'all gonna do about it. Where is the white outrage? Where is y'all outrage for being sick and tired of being portrayed as Karens? You don't want to be portrayed as Karens? Then tell the rest of y'all stop making y'all look bad. I'm glad that white people are starting to get a glimpse of that. What one person does makes everybody look bad. Because yes, what these few Karens doing, we looking at all y'all, like all of y'all asses is Karens. Because that one bad apple is spoiling it for the bunch. And the tables are slowly turning in this country, and it's time to either shape up or ship out. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll call y'all hoes later. Bang.